boys and girls. It's Miss Shroyer, and today I'm going to be reading you Alexander, who not, do you hear me? I mean it, going to move. This book is by Judith Viorst, and it's illustrated by Robin Glasser. So Alexander, who's not, do you hear me? I mean it, going to move. The quiz number for this book is 12751. 12751. This book also belonged to my children, who are all grown now. So once again, we took very good care of the book, and here it is, years later. They can't make me pack my baseball mitt or my I Love Dinosaurs sweatshirt or my cowboy boots. They can't make me pack my ice skates, my jeans with 8 zippers, my compass, my radio, or my stuffed pig. My dad is packing. My mom is packing. My brothers Nick and Anthony are packing. I'm not packing. I'm not going to move. You'll notice all these illustrations are done in black and white. Kind of like when we do our art hub and we start in black and white, but we go back and add color. They never did. My dad says we have to move to where his new job is. That job is 1,000 miles away. My mom says we have to move to where our new house is. That house is 1,000 miles away. Right next door to the new house, there is a boy who is Anthony's age. Down the street, there's a boy the same age as Nick. There's no one next door or down the street or maybe for a whole 1,000 miles who is my age. I'm not, do you hear me? I mean it. I'm not going to move. I'll never have a best friend like Paul again. I'll never have a great sitter like Rachel again. I'll never have my soccer team or my carpool again. I'll never have kids who know me except my brothers, and sometimes they pretend like they don't know me. I'm not packing. I'm not going to move. Nick says I'm a fool and I need to get a brain transplant. Anthony says I'm being immature. My mom and dad say that after a while I'll get used to living 1,000 miles from everything. Never, not ever, no way, N-O? What's that spell? No, he's not going to move. I maybe could stay here and live with the Baldwins. They've got a dog. I always wanted a dog. I maybe could stay here and live with the Rooneys. They've got 6 girls and they've always wanted a boy. And I'm a boy. I maybe could stay here and live with Mr. and Mrs. Oberdorfer. They always give great treats on Halloween. I maybe could stay here and live by myself in a tree house, or maybe a tent, or maybe find a cave. Nick says I could live in the zoo with all the other animals. Anthony says I'm being immature. My dad says I should take at least a look at the place. I'm taking a look, but it won't be my last. I looked at the Rooney's roof, which I once climbed out on, but then I couldn't climb back in, and the fire department had to come and help rescue me. I looked at Pearson's drugstore, where they once said my mom had to pay them $80 when I threw a ball in the air, and I almost caught it. He didn't catch it, and look, broke the glass on the door. I looked at the lot next to Albert's house, where I once and for all learned to tell which was poison ivy. I looked at my school, where even Miss Noop, the teacher I once spilled the goldfish bowl on, said she'd miss me. I looked at my special places where a lot of different things happen. Not just different, but different good. Like winning the sack race and finding that flashlight and spitting farther than Jack 3 times in a row. Like selling so much lemonade that my dad said I would probably have to pay taxes. My dad was just making jokes about paying taxes. I wish he was just making jokes about having to move. I'm not. Do you hear me? I mean it. I'm not going to move. Nick says I'm acting like a puke face. Ugh. Anthony says I'm being immature. My mom says to say a last goodbye to all my special people. I'm saying goodbye, but it's not going to be my last. I said goodbye to my friends, especially Paul, who's almost like having another brother, except he doesn't call me puke face or immature. I said goodbye to my neighbors, especially Swoozie, who is almost like having a dog, except she's the Baldwin's dog and not mine. I said goodbye to Rachel, who taught me to stand on my head and whistle with 2 fingers, but she says don't try to do both at the same time. That'd be hard, huh? I said goodbye to Seymour the cleaners, who even if it's gum wrappers or an old tooth, he always saves the stuff that I leave in my pockets. I said goodbyes to a lot of people and got lots of hugs and kisses, enough hugs and kisses to last for a person's whole life. I said a lot of goodbyes. Except I'm staying right here. Guess what? I'm not going to move. When the movers come to put my bedroom furniture on their truck, maybe I'll barricade my bedroom door. When my dad wants to tie my bicycle to the roof rack on top of the station wagon, maybe I'll lock up my bike and bury the key. When my mom says, finish up packing, it's time for us to get along, maybe she'll look around and won't see me. I know places to hide where they would never find me. Like behind the racks of clothes at Seymour the cleaners. Like underneath the piano in Eddie's basement. Like inside the pickle barrel at Friendly's Market. Or maybe I could hide in the weeds in the lot next to Albert's house. Now that I know how to tell which one's poison ivy, I would rather have poison ivy than have to move. My dad says it might take a while, but I'll find a new soccer team. He says it might take a while, but I'll find boys my age. He also says that sometimes when a person moves away, his father might need to let him get a dog to be his friend, to make some other people friends. I think that Swoozie 2 would be a good name for my new dog. My mom says it might take a while, but we'll find another great sitter. She says it might take a while, but we'll find a cleaner who even saves gum wrappers and old teeth. She also says that sometimes when a person moves away, his mother might let him call his best friend long distance. I already know the telephone number by heart. We don't have to do that anymore. Look, he's got a telephone with a cord. Does anybody have a telephone cord? Have a telephone with a cord in their house? Probably not. And on a cell phone, it's not long distance. Paul gave me a baseball cap. Rachel gave me a backpack that glows in the dark. Mr. and Mrs. Oberdorfer gave us treats to eat for 1,000 miles. Nick says if I'm lonesome in my new room all by myself, he might let me sleep with him for a little while. Anthony says that Nick is being immature. I think that's Anthony's favorite word, is immature. My dad is packing. My mom is packing. My brothers Nick and Anthony are packing. I don't like it, but I'm packing too. They better not try to move any more when we get to where we're going to go. Because this is the last time I'll do it. The next time, they won't make me do it. Never. No, not ever. No way. N-O. I'm not. Do you hear me? I mean it. I'm not going to move. And there on his box, he's checked Alexander's new room. He didn't want to move, did he? But I bet when he gets there, he's going to make all kinds of new friends, and Dad's getting him a dog. Life's going to be good for him. The quiz number was 12751. Alexander, who's not, do you hear me, I mean it, going to move? And if you missed that quiz number when I typed this in last night, Alexander, who's not going to move was all I had to put in. I didn't have to put in the part that's in the parentheses. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I miss you so much, and I can't wait till we're all back together again. Hope you enjoyed story time with Miss Shroyer today. Have a great day.